The energies of the human body. The biological life of the human body is supported by 4 energetic ways. 2 of them are visible, they are nourishment and breathing, and the third is a hidden invisible source of subtle energies, the accumulator of which is the human soul, and the receptacle is the heart. The fourth source is the forces of light, to which man appeals in prayers and good mental messages. Breath and nourishment are necessary for the body, their energies are dense and heavy. They have quantitative and qualitative characteristics of volume, mass and density. These forces keep the body alive on a physical, cellular level, but do not give it the power of life. The main source of vitality, energy, health, and longevity is the human spiritual world. It is here that the forces that give true life are found. The spiritual world, or the powers of the soul, is formed on the energies of joy, love and wisdom. These are the 3 pillars of the age-old philosophy of the meaning of life. They are the ones that shape purpose and point the way, with faith, will and hope, generating vigor of spirit. They are the ones that transform the dense energies of eating and breathing into a new qualitative state and give support and foundation for a healthy and happy life. But because these energies cannot be weighed or measured, they have always belonged to secret teachings called esoteric. All religions have an esoteric philosophy at their core. Joy, filling our soul, penetrates into every cell of the body, saturating and filling it, and then we rush to share it, sharing this energy with others. Love takes over the heart and spreads this energy through the organs. The purest and subtlest energy of love is always working to give back, and this can be seen in the Curlian imagery. Throughout all philosophical and religious teachings there is the idea that one must love oneself, not wait for someone else's love. Wisdom gives tranquility and faith, understanding of the truth, the power of inner organization and concentration on what you enjoy, what you love, and what you believe in. These qualities make a person an energy system, open to the cosmos, God, the guardian angel, and everything that exists on earth. Auxiliary constructions of the soul. The invisible part of man, his soul, rises above the body and the entire visible nature because it is created in the image and likeness of God and reflects in itself the divine perfections, including eternal life. The soul is given at the moment at the union of the 2 parental cells into one, when the spirit ascends into matter, otherwise the development of the embryo would be impossible. This is why religions, in particular, oppose artificial termination of pregnancy, except when it is medically necessary. The earthly life of man provides the soul with the most important experience of gradual development of its spiritual potential in the process of overcoming all kinds of difficulties and obstacles characteristic of the physical world. The human soul is gifted with various powers and abilities. It has feelings, intellect and will, through which it can not only directly sense and perceive the objects of the world around, as well as imagine, remember and reproduce representations, but also realize, understand, investigate, deduce, and, finally, ascend to higher contemplations, to the perception of the supersensible world, to the knowledge of the quality of the Creator Himself. The human brain performs complex functions of transforming signals exchanged between the body and the soul. The soul has a conscience that enables us to distinguish between good and evil, tells us what we should do and what we should avoid, and makes its own judgment over our deeds, either approving them, filling our heart with joy, or condemning them, striking us with shame, remorse and fear. Our conscience is an infallible judge until we have killed it, argued the writer Honor de Balzac, a connoisseur of human souls. The will given to man is characterized by freedom, which enables him, at his will, to advance in virtue and ascend from perfection to perfection, or, on the contrary, to depart from virtue and plunge into the abyss of evil and immorality. Man himself commits evil, and Christianity and other religions warn that all passions, being sinful, bring man only suffering in the end, their real cruelty being discovered after the death of the body. The fact is that sins are committed when the soul is united with the body, but the roots of passions, even the grossest ones, are in the soul, and not in the body. Therefore, unquenched passions do not disappear with the death of the body and go to the next world. There, they are repeatedly amplified and burn the human soul, causing continued suffering because there is no way to quench them. This is a hell of suffering. Speaking of the uniqueness of the human soul, we must keep in mind that souls of a kind and level are inherent to all things in the world of matter, animals, plants and even minerals. Man, living in the physical world and perceiving it as his environment, is not aware that he exists in it only because of the auxiliary structures of the subtle plane with which his soul and body are endowed. In addition to the temporal energy bodies we have already mentioned, they include a number of auxiliary matrices. The matrix of the human soul is connected with the matrix of laws, time, concepts, qualities, words. Unlike a human, for example, the soul matrix of a plant connects only to the matrix of laws, time, and qualities. But among any auxiliary matrices, the matrices of laws and time are the main ones. A healer can help a person to cope with temporary illnesses on condition that a sick person has a realization for what he was given such illness and what he has to change in himself to get rid of it completely. If a psychic healer cures the patient and no awareness occurs, the temporary illness will be repeated after some period.